All right, yet another episode of Tandala with Chali right here. I'm glad that you could take time and actually watch the show. So every now and then on the show, we try to bring you, try to shine a spotlight on an artist that you've probably never heard of, and it's the first time that you're actually seeing them on the show. And this time around, I go all the way from Nakonde, and he's here to actually speak to us about his musical journey and exactly how everything is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Emmy3. How you doing, my brother?
Thank you so much, Papa.
All right, great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
All right, so let's start with where you were born, where you grew up from. Take us a bit more about that before we get to your music.
Well, I was born in Chingola. I grew up from the Copper Belt. Yeah, I got my education from in Blair.
Right.
Yes. Then from there, I relocated to Nakonde.
Okay.
Sure.
So you belong the Copper Belt area, going up there.
Yeah, I would say I belong to, because I've just been in Nakonde for about 8 years now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not too long ago.
No, that's too long ago because people become citizens after 5 years.
Okay.
So we can call you an Nakonde citizen, but anyway, it's one nation. So now, at what point did this urge to do music start?
Well,
at what point did you discover you actually had an interest?
Yeah. I would say back in the days, somewhere 2006. Yeah, 2006, and I recorded my first, I think my first studio recording was in 2014. Yeah.
Okay, so from then on, you've just been continuing to record.
Yeah,
record.
I used to, because I used to be in play soccer. I used to play soccer.
Okay.
As well as doing music. So
okay.
These things were infringing, this thing would come in, you'd want
so
to go
what,
for
what
this.
what was working out for you more between soccer and music?
Well, I probably thought soccer was one of the top things that I was supposed to go for. But unfortunately, I had to encounter an injury. So that forced me now to leave that path.
And just concentrate on music. Yeah. So you could probably be one of the people in the national team right now. Decided to go to the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay. So from 2006, after you recorded your first single, it's been music.
Yeah,
you've been on a music journey now. Yeah. So tell us, how's it been for you?
Well, so far I would say things are getting there. But seeing a place where I am right now, looking at Nakonde, it's just a developing place.
Right.
Yeah, and this is when we're having like my radio stations.
Yeah.
Recently we're just having my radio stations, but those days you'd record a song, Zambo Invela Chepa phone.
Right.
Pasako my guys on my computers, pasako venango.
Yeah, and the clubs, obviously, the few clubs that are there.
Sure.
Wow, that was really difficult. So for your music to actually penetrate to like maybe Lusaka, which is a little bit congested, meaning you had to travel every now and then.
I will have to travel from Nakonde to Lusaka.
Wow.
I just come and push music.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so how has it? So I must assume that you're not the only artist from Nakonde that's actually. Which are some of the other notable names that you can actually talk about?
Yeah, Nakonde's got plenty of talent.
Right.
And the up and coming artists right now that we are able to consider now, that could be, I would say the top we have is APK. Then there's me. Then we've got some other guys as well.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us about, before I come to your new video.
Sure.
What do you think should happen for, especially, because it looks like when it comes to music in Zambia, it's Copper Belt.
Sure.
And Lusaka.
Sure.
And then these other provinces. What do you think can be done to actually help artists that are coming from, because I know there's a lot of talent that is untapped in these areas. What must happen?
Well, I think the greatest platform that I would love people to like bring to these areas are TV stations and radio stations. I wish if we had maybe a TV station by Impika,
right,
which is a central place. Yeah, even Nakon is fine.
Right.
Yeah, and bring in more radio stations that are able to go as far as Lusaka. Yes, because if the coverage was to be broadened, because you find that maybe the radios that are in Nakonde, like Mchinga Radio or Nakonde Radio, Chete FM, these, I think Chete FM this time around has grown its coverage.
Right.
It goes up to Mpika somewhere there. So now if you look at, this means it's only Mpika that will be covered.
Yes.
Mchinga part only ends by Mpika.
Yeah.
Then going back that side. Maybe Kasama, Isoka, Chinsali, somewhere there. So if we were to have radio stations that are going to have a wide
nationwide
coverage, yes, nationwide coverage, it would be good for us, because there's no need of me traveling from Nakonde coming here, because I know that once my music is being played, it's
people in Lusaka will see it,
yes,
and everything. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. That would be the greatest thing that I would want to see.
All right. So you have a latest video. Tell me a bit more about that song.
Oh, my latest video that I have right now is titled Tef Moliandi.
What story is in that, and what inspired it?
Really, yeah, because
were you the one who was refusing? Is it
I think that's the picture. That's the picture a lot of people are getting.
Okay. Was it personal experience, no, or just creativity?
Well, like I was explaining this to somebody recently. Yeah, I was asked the question to say, but how come Tandala matava member? What happened?
One would ask.
What happened? Yeah. So I was like, no. This song comes from a story that came from a certain lady I had given a lift when I was coming from Nakonde. I met her by Mpika. Right. She was coming to the Copper Belt. Yeah. So she told me things she used to go to.
Chali bipa, chandanga chukala, yashwa mwanaleti, tefu moliandilo, bali posive, inesi fishive, temwana wanduyo, Bali atikise fe temwana wanduyo afutafye emyaka eshingi mwana akula atampa nokwikala bwino imwe nabanina he nomo bushikurumo mfweni fyachitike shitatoyi aima ayamukufwaye nchito palapele pangandaile nepa mwana wakwe asanga ola wine mayo akenyo mwana
they're representing copper board, but they're in Lusaka. But again, how are you up and coming artists again going to be inspired? First of all, you have to look at the area where you are, so that it's being recognized.
Awesome. That's really awesome. And hey, I gotta tell you one thing, you have actually massive talent and your music is absolutely great. And sure hope that as you are representing that part of the country, you should be able to make people proud from there. And obviously as you grow your name, and as we'll continue supporting your music here, and we just gotta thank you for stopping by. But before we go, you had another video before you actually dropped this latest one. Tell us a bit more about that one.
Well, 1 in a Million was my first video. I would say in my industry, as I started music.
Right.
It was my first video. Features APK. And it's responding massively. On the TV stations.
All right. So I wanted to ask this: how are people receiving you in Nakonde? Have you had shows, and how has been the response?
Pretty much not yet having shows, but personal, I would say personal shows. But I normally go to shows. I'm always invited. Whenever there's a show in Nakonde. So I'm yet to start having my own shows. Sure.
So as we close, in case people want to actually follow you on all your social platforms, what can they search for, and how can they get access to your music?
On Facebook, it's EMY3 Zambia.
That is EMMY 3 Zambia.
Yes.
3 the number.
3 the number. Yes.
Okay. That's for Facebook.
On YouTube, it's EMY3 Zambia again. Then on my YouTube account, it's EMY3 Zambia again.
Yeah.
Then on the Instagram, it's EMY3 Zambia.
All right.
Sure.
Emmy, I would like to thank you so much for actually stopping by and having a chat with us here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right. Before you cut, so I want you to introduce your song. Hey, this is Emmy here, and check out my blah 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 song. Introduce it as if you're the presenter introducing the song. You can look in the camera.
I go.
Yep.
This is Emmy3O, Nakonde King. Check out my new video on YouTube. Just type in Emmy3 Zambia and you'll be able to catch my video right there. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Support my music, and I appreciate you a lot. Thank you for having me. Peace.